Gravity Falls. He said, let me find the comment. I'll tell you exactly what he said. I think we were talking about the game before, and it made me write it down. Alright, he said... There's like 3 episodes as to why you shouldn't make him 3D. And then it started an argument. That bill is a pyramid, and this bill is a triangular prism, 2 different shapes. I don't think you know your shapes, buddy. Bill's either had 4 triangular sides and 1 square side, like a pyramid. A triangular prism, like this sculpture, has 2 triangular sides and 3 rectangular sides. People get really serious about carving sometimes. Buckethead? Who's Buckethead? Yes, I don't know what that means, Buck. Why is British? Why are shapes my strong point if I'm British? Oh, aren't. Also, why aren't shapes my strong point if I'm British? Or are you just saying British people are a bit dim? Is that what you're saying? And you're not wrong, but... Oh, that guy. I thought you were on about some cartoon character or something. Count Bimface, oh, the politician. If you want to get political. Nah, not really. Let's get political. I wanna get political. Can you tell I'm wasting time? No, I just I'm gonna start carving this and see how this is gonna hold up. I don't really know how it's gonna hold up yet, but I guess we're never to find out. Let's use this thingy chisel because it always seems to do pretty well. Come on, brain. What chisel is it? AliExpress. I wanted to say Temu, but then I remembered it wasn't Temu. Alright, Real. Enjoy your cuppa. Alright, here comes the noise. So get ready for the noise. If you're not ready for the noise, well then I don't know what to tell you. Buy some earmuffs. Noise, yeah. It's now coming. Let's see how well I can cut. Oh, actually, let me just wire out of the way. Alright, now let's see how well I can carve this. Hopefully it doesn't move too much. Looks alright so far. Too damn loud? Wow, that's just tough, Buck. Keep telling you, coming here, that's what you got to deal with. Loudness. I know your Sasquatches like you quiet. Whoops. Yeah, so hopefully if the glue up's gone well, we should get some cool like layer effect on this as we carve down, you know. I'm not going to go too low on this one. I just will probably leave a kind of fairly high part for the head and then carve downwards with the rest. So we should get some layers going on there as I carve down with the rest there, and then we'll start doing that one. Prefer it like a library. Man, so a Sasquatch library must be super quiet then. What, the Sasquatches read about, I wonder. As you can see, it's carving pretty well. I did like a little test when I first got this wood. I did this kind of thing, and then I saw if I could like make a kind of overly, like a kind of button, like an oval button. You can see that works pretty well. You actually can't see that much at all, but worked well enough for me to be like, all right, this should be okay. Sasquatch things. It's hot, by the way. I should probably stop recording for a bit because I don't want to use every bit of camera stuff on that. Buck, do I need to send you that thing, by the way? Have we finished doing that? Ow. Kicking stuff. Let's check. Okay. How to hide from researchers, yeah. They must have lots of books on those. It's gone a little bit further apart just at the top there, but it's fine further down, I believe. Yeah. So, just like at this sort of top one, it's kind of separated a bit, but we're not getting that high with it anyway. I feel like I didn't really need 4 blocks here, but we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, Buck. Oh yeah. Alright, Buck. Ow. I keep walking into stuff. But if I do need it to be like, quite high or whatever, I'll just probably fill in with a piece of wood and glue a bit of wood in there and then carve it back. I'll probably carve down as far as I need to go and then fill it in. Maybe might be the better way, and then trim it off. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh, right, okay, but fair enough. There you go, I can see some layers already. It's pretty cool. Let me get you, let me bring you guys closer. Closer. You actually can't see, it's still too far away, but there's kind of a layer happening there. I will change the focus a bit because I think you're a bit just ever so slightly blurry there. So let's change that. Whoops. Right. There we go, that's better. That's true, Buck. You can never get a good photo of Buck. It just comes out blurry every time. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's go. Just make sure these clamps are holding still. Makes it easy to not be photographed, yeah, I bet. this one over here that you can only just see is actually going to be kind of looping up and out of the water, so we're going to have to carve under that one. These two are not like looping up out, they're just kind of like coming out of the surface a bit, especially this one. It's going to be quite low, so yeah, it's not really going to be like a... This one's going to be a bit more dramatic, but these two, not really. Not so much. I know what you're thinking, like probably like, oh, but when you take that down, there's going to be like this big square thing left there, but there's not, because I'm going to carve down into the wood a little bit. So not really anywhere else on the table, but around, you know, the beast there'll be like some kind of ripply stuff. So that is why it won't matter. Well, it's carved away nicely so far. I guess the real challenge is how well it holds details. My plan for the like the body and everything, I didn't really want to go the scales route. So I wanted to do more maybe like an eel. So try and make it quite smooth, but have like loads of little kind of bobbly bits on it, almost like a sort of like barnacle-y type bits on it, with a very small crest on its back. Mostly the crest on its back, so you can tell which way the body is twisting. So, for instance, you might have the crest go straight along the back here, but then when it comes here, you might have the crest do that and then come right up to the edge, you know, the edge of the body, like that, and then go back down, so you can see the body's kind of twisting that way a little bit. Yeah, so we're gonna have to make it quite smooth, and then spend ages doing little like kind of like warty bubbles coming off its skin, not all over it, but kind of I guess like coming down from the kind of fin at the top. I don't know how to describe it, but I've seen other people do it and it looks really cool, and it takes a long time obviously to make a little bobble and keep, like, you have to like carve around a circle but then make it kind of match in with the body. Quite a tricky thing to do, but it's something I've been wanting to do for a while, so we're gonna try and do it. This is quite satisfying, but it can be quite tiring as well. Sometimes you have to make sure you're not like gripping things too tightly. I mean, obviously you don't want it to fly off, but I think like holding things too tightly is just a bad idea as well. It kind of tires you out faster. Probably not good for your joints and stuff. I mean, I don't know. Despite what you may think about me, I'm not a doctor, so... I know I look highly educated, but... I have to keep checking. If you see me doing this, it's because I'm checking YouTube chat, because I'm looking underneath the other monitor to check the other chat in the background. Just to make sure no one's there. I suppose I didn't actually announce it. I sort of half announced it on Patreon that I'm going to try it out. But I didn't put anything in my community tab or anything saying I'm going to be live. So I wouldn't expect that many people to start with, to be quite honest. Okay. Yeah, I think I kind of want to make a pretty much a vertical drop here until I get to like the bottom block. And then we can start doing the curve over, but let me get the kind of outline done first before we think about that. Just going to see how this wood takes to being carved across it. Not too badly. I mean, it's splitting a bit, but I mean that would happen to lime wood as well. So for whatever it is, it's actually kind of quite tightly kind of grained inside. I thought it was some kind of pine, but now I'm not so sure. I mean, it does look like pine. It has like the distinctive kind of knots of pine and the grain, but carving it feels different to pine. I might have to look it up, try and figure out what it is. Because carving down here the way I am and not making any like massive voids in the side, I feel like that would happen with pine, or with most pine anyway. But with this, it's not making any voids at all. Or maybe some really tiny ones, but nothing significant. Which is a bit strange. If it was pine, I mean. I sort of think it might be something else. I just don't know what. And this is definitely the biggest thing, like width-wise, that I've had on the carving board. I've definitely had longer stuff. The King Edmund one and the Prometheus one were definitely longer than this, but this is the widest one I've had, which is why I can't clamp anything onto it properly. I can't use the dogs, I mean, can't use the bench dogs. This is truly like a timber a new build of old, because we've got the old table that we refurbished that was already old because my brother bought it secondhand on Facebook. Then we've got these old bed slats that came from a bed that was old. So we've got like a properly recycled type project going on. Not because I planned it, it just kind of happened. So. Okay. That's not bad. Let's try and do the same to this bit. And then we got to do slightly awkward stuff here because I'm going to have to hit down this way and hit down that way. Yeah, it's better. I mean, it'll stay in the shed. You know, if someone in the UK wanted to buy it, then I would sell it to them. I'm in the stage of redoing my website, so I currently don't have a website, but what I'm doing is I'm just getting stuff ready behind the scenes, and I'm going to take consistent pictures of my sculptures and put them on there with the prices and everything. So. I don't know what's going to happen to the board of heads when I'm finished. I'll either mount it on the wall, or I don't know, maybe someone will buy it, or I don't know. Problem is, the price for that would be probably a lot higher than people would expect, because I mean, there's going to be at least, say, 80 heads on there, and each one took about maybe 5 hours. So 80 times 5, what's that? 81, 63, 400, is it? So 400 hours. It'll probably be more than that. You know, that's going to work out to a lot of the money. Toss it in the fire. I could do that. Could do. Maybe some kind of protest against capitalism. You know, or like I don't know, something. What should we protest? Got to be something. Parting out the heads. Parting out? What do you mean? You mean selling them individually? Is that what you mean? Thing is, actually, this bit here, I think I might just start carving this way with it, because carving all the way down there is such a waste of time when it should just be carving like that. So that's what I'm going to do instead. Yeah, we're going to get a bigger chisel and just start carving that way, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of them all being on the board together. Alright, so I'm just going to get my pencil and draw down the side a bit here. Where's my clay sculpture? Here's the clay sculpture you guys haven't seen yet. There you go. So I've still got to glue in a few rocks and stuff to carve down. And then I've got to make a tiny boat. The boat's going to be way smaller than that. That's way too big. So this should be like really far down. Something like that. There we go. So we can take away a big lump of that now. A big tasty lump. And hopefully it won't, you know, rip all this stuff off here. I mean, it shouldn't. I glued it on pretty well, but you never really know. You never know until you test it. So let's give it a test. I'm going to move you guys back just a little bit, because I have to reach back quite far here to bash stuff. Alright, here we go. I have to keep checking these. Something dropped, I don't know what it was. Something. Of course, the alternative to this would be using the angle grinder again, which we could do. Not in here though, because it's far too messy. But I didn't set up for an outdoor stream today, so we'll do this indoors. But maybe off stream I'll do some outdoor carving tomorrow or something if it's any good. What's the weather going to be like tomorrow? So whoops. All I know is it's hot as balls. Yeah, this is only 6% chance of rain, so that's pretty good. And 22 degrees, also pretty good. Yeah, so maybe we'll do more of this tomorrow with the angle grinder, I reckon. But let's see what we can get done today with the chisel. Then at least I'll know if I want to use angle grinder or chisel, because of, testing both. So it might be that the angle grinder attachment is maybe too vicious for this kind of wood, and makes it splinter and stuff. So we'll find out tomorrow. I don't think it will, feeling how strong this stuff is. But you never know till you try, I guess. The problem with lots of wood carving stuff. Lots of unknowns. Hey, Dickie, if it wasn't for CrowdStrike, what would you be doing? The world needs you, Dickie. You're like Iron Man or something. 20 hours of your weekend back? Ah, but you did get paid for those 20 hours. Well, I hope you did. You're my superhero, Dickie. Oh, really? Well, that's not very good. club, a dagger.